Welcome to another episode of the Generational Yap podcast with your hosts, Harmony and Sage. Before we start, just know this show is opinion based using publicly available information. If we mention allegations, they are alleged. We're talking culture, nostalgia, and sharing our hot takes. Let's yap, y'all.
Happy Thursday, Harmony.
Happy Thursday, Sage. We almost made it to the weekend.
Almost. And we have to have a very difficult conversation about Britney Spears.
My gosh, I saw the news.
It's bad.
Yeah,
We love Britney here.
we do. We really do. So it makes me sad for her.
So last night, which was March 3rd, Britney Spears was arrested. No, actually, that was March 4th. I told you I got my days mixed up. So, March 4th, she was arrested. She was suspected of driving under the influence of drugs and alcohol. She had been speeding, and there was an unknown substance in her car that is being tested. I have not
Oh,
heard anything else about that. I did hear before we started recording that her mom called her, which is great because, that's been a hot mess.
absolutely.
She did call both her sons, and they all had a conversation. Hugs Corner, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, Hugs Corner for Britney Spears for sure. And I know that we talk about this, I feel like every episode, that still there's no excuse to drive under the influence. Like, girl, get you an Uber, a Lyft. You could have killed yourself or somebody else.
We do talk about that all the time, but every episode we also talk about mental health. And
Yep.
that girl was basically kept under captivity. I forgot how many years.
hmm
She's got some stuff to deal with.
She really does. And I wonder if this is her like rock bottom to find what she needs to be happy and mentally be at peace. I wonder maybe if this is that or I don't know.
I hope the media is kind to her.
Do hope so too, because she's been a lot. And I was talking to somebody the other day about Britney Spears, and I was like, honestly, I just wish the best for my girl because she has been going through it for decades. That's a long time to be going through some mess.
Breaks my heart.
It really does.
Well, on to other things. We talked about Kelly Clarkson is probably going to be leaving her show.
hmm
There are rumors that Pink will be hosting it.
Ooh, I
That's
say ooh like I'm gonna watch it. I still wouldn't watch it, but I love that for her.
same. I
Yeah.
know. I mean, there's only 24 hours in the day?
Yes, and it's like I just don't have the time to watch any of these talk shows, plus go to work, plus watch movies for our podcast, plus try to read the news for our podcast. It's a lot.
Did you ever watch King of the Hill?
Yes.
Do you know that one episode where Bobby gets on the academic team because of his pop culture knowledge and he starts having panic attacks because he's having to read all this, take in all this content?
I think I saw that one. I was more of a casual King of the Hill watcher. Like if it was on, I would watch it, but I've never watched every episode.
I will let you know what episode that is because it
Okay.
reminds me of me and you.
Yes, send it to me now that I will watch.
Ray J. Every single episode here lately.
It's always something with it. That's someone who mentally definitely needs to get better.
Oh, I know. So he made a dig at Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
I don't know how it started exactly with them. There's no telling. But she had told him, hey, you can't come at me with all these allegations in the media because my legal career could be affected. And he said he cannot derail her legal career when she can't even pass the bar.
So I remember she passed the mini bar, but then she didn't pass like the real bar.
I believe that's correct.
Okay.
I think the legal profession will be fine if she doesn't pursue that.
Absolutely. Like stick to what you're doing. Imagine showing up in court and your lawyer is Kim Kardashian. I wouldn't take you seriously. I'm sorry.
What is that show she's on? I know you know what I'm talking about, where she acts as a lawyer.
All's fair.
Just keep up with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know you're not a Bridgerton fan,
Mm-mm.
but for our listeners, I am so devoted, all in. And I finished it. My gosh, it was so good.
It's on its fourth season now, isn't it?
Yes, so I finished all 4, crying
Okay.
like a baby. So I'm not gonna give any spoilers at all because if you're a fan, it gets deep. I do want to say for those people who have not watched it, you've got to start from the beginning and you got to be devoted.
Okay. Now, how many episodes are a season?
Think 8,
Okay,
I
like
think.
typical shows
Yeah,
anymore.
it's pretty typical.
Okay.
The Michael Jackson estate is being sued by former family friends. Their name is Casio, Cascio. So I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. So the Casio family, they stood by Michael's side for over 25 years. Now they're coming back and accusing Michael Jackson of drugging, abusing, and trafficking children. And I say it's a money grab.
Yeah, because how do you defend somebody for 25 years and then all of a sudden totally flip the script? Like, I understand if you don't say anything for 25 years because, that happens to victims a lot. It takes them a while to get up the courage and the strength to say something. But I don't usually see them staunchly defending their abuser like that,
But they weren't even claiming to be abused. They were just family friends saying they saw this.
Hmm.
So to me, that's even shadier.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you say something when, all these people were coming out with allegations?
I heard something the other day. I was going down a Michael Jackson rabbit hole because it's been a little confusing where he stands in all the pedophilia mess.
Yeah.
This is my opinion, though. Just my opinion. I believe he was a victim in so many ways. Sort of reminds me of
Mhm.
Britney Spears.
Mhm.
And I believe, and this is from somebody else, but the name Neverland, meaning this is never going to happen to anybody else land. And he
Yeah.
took these kids who were high risk. A lot of them were in the um, industry, and he was trying to protect them. Now, just my opinion, could be wrong.
Yeah. I will say with Michael Jackson, I feel like he put himself in too many situations that could be caused him to look at funny. Like kids that are not your children should not be sleeping in the bed with you.
Do agree with you on that. I mean, clearly, but I don't think there were ever any boundaries in his life.
Yeah.
Therefore, he knew no boundaries.
Also, that I feel like mentally he was stunted. Like mentally, he was still a child in his mind because I don't think he got the childhood that so many of us have, the privilege of having just to be a normal kid. He had to provide for his family, him and his brothers and his sisters.
I have to draw the parallel once again to Britney Spears.
Hmm. You're basically your family's money horse. And it reminds me of I was on Tubi watching the two Corys, and the same thing for Corey Feldman, Corey Haim's family, especially Corey Feldman. He's working to support his parents, and that's not the way it's supposed to be.
Was that a good documentary?
Liked it. I feel like
Okay.
it's one of those like mockumentaries where it's like, mainly real and then they throw some extras in there. But
I hate that part.
yeah.
Nicole Kidman,
Hmm.
I kind of like her. She's quirky. She's decided because she knows she is, I guess she's officially divorced Keith Urban. I'm not sure if you're
Yeah.
familiar.
Yeah.
There was a lot of controversy with that. Anyway, she's decided to start dating again.
Okay.
Yeah. And at the advice of her friends, she's going to have all suitors or potential suitors sign an NDA.
Period. And should men do it all the time? Why can't she?
I'm all for it.
Yeah. Do you, girl. And honestly, Nicole, don't get married again. Protect your assets.
Why are these women getting married?
Exactly. Like, look at all the horror stories of men who, after they get divorced from these women, want the women to take care of them. You're a
Yeah.
man, you're an adult, go get a job.
These women want somebody to ride up on a white horse.
Mm hmm.
Not going to happen.
Nope, not at all.
Ozzy Osbourne, he was awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award at the Brits Award Show. Sharon Osbourne and her daughter Kelly Osbourne, accepted the award in his honor.
Hmm.
All eyes were on Kelly Osbourne.
I saw
You saw
photos of,
okay.
yeah,
In all fairness, I think we can agree she looks unhealthy.
I agree.
But first of all, not my business.
Yeah, also that.
Yeah, the critics were cruel.
I can only imagine.
Yeah. She came out saying that this is the most difficult time in her life and people are kicking her when she's down. And again, the media is just being so harsh to people who are suffering. And I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I definitely want to put them in our hugs corner because, I imagine that her and Sharon are definitely grieving, your husband and your father dying. And when I look at Kelly, obviously I'm not a doctor or anything. She looks unhealthy and I just want her to be okay.
Yeah.
That's my concern.
I want her to be happy, healthy, and whatever it takes to get that way.
Yes.
So
Agreed.
we talked last week about the BAFTA awards and the Tourette's tick. Jamie Lawson, an actress from Sinners,
Yes.
she
She played Perlene.
okay, I wasn't sure what she played. She came out in the defense of John Davidson, the man who blurted out the N word. She also thanked Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo for the grace in the situation. So it's really nice to see people rallying around those with disabilities.
I agree. And I will say again that BBC and the BAFTA, they are trifling because obviously Mr. Davidson said other slurs, because of his disability, and they edited those out, but they didn't edit out the racial slurs. So I'm like, why would you guys do that? That was a choice. You guys knew what you were doing, and it was the wrong thing to do.
I agree. Donna Kelsey, it's Travis Kelsey's mom, Jason Kelsey's mom.
Yes.
She's America's mom. Strong woman, funny woman. So she clapped back at people who accused her of taking diet drugs. She
Okay.
has she's lost 30 pounds. She looks good, but she looked
Good
good
for
before
her.
too. So,
Yeah.
again, I want her to be happy and healthy. And she said no. She lost it with intermittent fasting. But you know what? Nobody's business once again
Period.
between her and her doctor.
I would hate to be famous because it seems like you do not get any peace. You're too skinny, you're too fat. All people do is comment on your body or find a tweet that you said 20 years ago to cancel you. And I would hope to God in 20 years you would have grown as a person and got better. But it's like you get no grace there unless you're the president and you can do whatever you want to do, allegedly.
My son wants to go into politics, and he probably will end up in politics. I hate that for him, but that's just
Yeah.
how he is. And so sometimes he'll say something. I'm like, you can't do that. If you
Hmm.
seriously want a life of politics, it starts today at the age of 20.
They are going to dig up every single thing you do, every single thing you say, every single person you date, and what they're doing and saying. You're under a microscope like you're an ant. It's terrible.
Truth be told, I think he'll end up hating it.
Hmm. It ages you.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen Clinton lately?
No, unfortunately.
I know. Poor man. I have a heart for the elderly, and he's
Yeah,
an elder man now.
he is.
Cher, Cher, the one and only
Yes.
Cher.
Yes, icon.
Oh, she is. Love her. My gosh. Son, Elijah Blue, is in trouble with the law for causing a disturbance at St. Paul's School in Concord, New Jersey. So that's a prep school.
Yeah.
He has been charged with simple assault, criminal trespassing, criminal threatening, and disorderly conduct. What the heck, people?
My lord, what was he doing?
No one knows yet. That's been covered up.
My parents would go insane on me. Still to this day, as a 38-year-old woman, if I had some charges like that, my parents would flip their lids.
Yeah, because that's just you not controlling your emotions.
That part.
Yeah. So, Harmony, you brought to my attention a few days ago that Christina Applegate, I don't know if I said that correctly, Applegate, was interviewed on Good Morning America on Monday. It was a
Yes.
wonderful interview.
I need to watch it. It looked like it was good.
She took her journals, and that's how she penned her memoir. And she talked about self esteem issues and body issues, the fact that she's had an abortion. And it was a very emotional interview. And of course, she talked about her health issues. I really recommend, if you have time, going back and looking at that. And of course, I will be reading her book.
I want to read that too. And I finally watched Eric Dane's famous last words.
Good.
Cried like a baby. My gosh. And I saw that he wrote a memoir as well that will be out in the fall.
Oh, I didn't know that. That was really reflective and deep.
It really was, and I learned a lot about him that I did not know before, and again, I just love that his last words were to his daughters. You could tell that he loved the heck out of them.
Even me not being an Eric Dane fan,
Mhm.
still got a lot out of that.
I agree.
Yeah. I do have good news. Quentin Aaron is off of life support.
Amen! I
I
love to
know.
hear that.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's been through it and he's made it through the other side. So good for him.
Yes. Sending you much love.
So, this next little thing is about rich people who have too much money and time. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, geez. Tom Hanks has a son named Chet. I think that's how you say it, Chet. He is
Yeah.
35 years old. So keep that in mind as I tell you this.
Okay.
He went to Colombia, meaning the country.
Mhm.
So now he is stuck and begging for help. It started when he went to Puerto Rico for a friend's party.
Mhm.
Then he decided to hop on over to Medellin, Colombia. His U.S. passport was almost expired, so he left that one at home and brought his Greek one instead because it got dual citizenship.
Okay.
Yeah. He tried to get a flight from Colombia to Puerto Rico, and they will not let him in because he doesn't have his passport.
Right.
And now he's asking for help. I don't know what help he needs. I don't know. Get a social worker. She'll help you with your passport.
I feel like I have seen random things about Chet over the years. I remember he went viral for he had a song called White Boy Summer or something like that,
Well, that was him?
and that was him. And that's when I found out that was Tom Hanks' kid. And I was like, I just know Tom is embarrassed. There's no way.
Yeah, a life of entitlement.
Yes, that part.
Okay, so for our TikTok/YouTube moments here. Okay, Candace Owens. I'm not a fan. I don't think you're a fan, but she
Definitely
released
not.
figured that. She released a docu-series about Erica Kirk and this Charlie Kirk thing, and I thought, "You know what? I'm gonna do the Lord's work and watch all 3 episodes
Okay.
and report back." It is called I don't know if you've heard this, The Bride of Charlie.
What was this on?
It's on YouTube, okay? So, I was a trooper and I watched all 3 and I woke up the next morning and there's 3 more. I'm like, "Holy cow, I can't do this."
Yeah, when does it end?
I don't know. So, I have watched, I think 4.5, which equates to 4.5 hours, by the way.
Ooh, child.
I know. And
You are a saint.
so, holy cow, so much I can say about this. Do not watch it unless you are totally invested in the Charlie Kirk, Erica Kirk saga, which, to be honest, I am.
Okay.
But this was exhausting for me. Now, it
I
was
believe it.
thorough,
Okay.
and you will think, like, okay, well done and all that. A little over my head, but well done. But then she starts talking about time travel and such silliness as this. And I'm like, girl, let's just get back to it. Let's just get back to it. So if you
Interesting.
are not wanting to watch all 6 hours, heck, tomorrow I might wake up and there might be more. I don't know.
The gift that keeps on giving, I
Yeah.
guess.
If you don't want to watch all that, you can watch the reaction videos because there are reaction videos that are much shorter.
Okay. I would probably do that.
Yeah. So The Bride of Charlie. And I do have to give her props for that name because that is hilarious.
That is funny. From my understanding, her and Charlie used to be friends.
They were
Like,
besties.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
close. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. I definitely will watch a reaction video because I
Mhm.
don't think I could sit through that much of it.
I'm having a hard time. I need a little break. I don't think I could
Yeah,
take much more right now.
fair.
Who is your musical artist of the week?
So this week, I'm choosing Carrie Hilson as my artist of the week. I was listening to her debut album, In a Perfect World. I love the songs Knock You Down, Energy, Slow Dance. They still hit every time for me. But I feel like she is very underrated as far as her songwriting skills go. She wrote Gimme More for Britney Spears. She wrote Runaway Love for Ludacris and Mary J. Blige. She's written for Sierra. She was a really big deal in the thousands R&B and pop kind of songwriting era. Allegedly, she didn't go as far as she was supposed to go because she said something bad about Beyonce, and the Beehive ruined her career. But I still love Carrie Hilson, and she's gorgeous. She acts, and I don't hear anything bad about her.
Be honest with you, I've never heard of her. I feel like I should have, but I have never. And I do love a good lyricist. So if
Yes,
she's good at that, I'm going to check her out.
yes. Check her out and let me know what you think of her.
So there's an artist my kids keep talking about, and I've just kind of like ignored Charlie XCX.
Okay, I have a friend who loves her. He loves her. She's the brat girl, right?
Hmm. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
So I thought, okay, I'm going to dig into this, see what my kids were talking about. And so I just didn't really pay attention to her until this week. Do you know she started out on MySpace?
No.
Yeah.
Wait, is she like my age then?
Well, I don't know. I'm going to check that
Yeah.
out. But
Okay.
yeah, she's got a song though. I really think I was just listening to it before we started recording. It is called Body of My Own.
Body of my own. Okay.
You will, she's 33 years old. How can she be on MySpace unless she was a kid?
Also that, because I feel like I vividly remember MySpace and MySpace ending, and I'm 5
Was
years
it
older than her.
okay? I'm going to see when MySpace ended
Okay.
because I thought it was like around 2008.
Yeah, because where is Tom? We haven't seen him since.
Yeah. Oh, actually, it went down like around 2011. So maybe she was young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
So
sense.
she also has a song called Boom Clap and one's called Dying for You. Yeah. So she's just got a unique style. And I tell you what I love the most about her
Mhm.
is the fact that she's got a I just don't give a damn attitude.
I love that.
Yeah.
I hope she keeps that because I feel like that will also hopefully keep you safe in this industry and keep people away from you.
Oh, I've got it right here that she started on MySpace 2008 to 2009.
Oh.
Yeah. So she was young
Yeah.
and very adventurous to go to a platform that was dying.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
because I feel like I was off of MySpace when I graduated high school in 2006. I was kinda done, and I moved to Facebook.
Okay, but truth be told, don't you want MySpace back?
Love MySpace because that's what made me feel like I could have been a web designer. I was always up there changing my little graphic pages and picking my song of the week. I've always been a music girly. Then I had to hide my top 8 friends because then it would be so much drama, like, "Why am I not in your top 8? And you moved me to number 3," and I just don't have time for that.
In case our listeners don't know, Harmony is a web designer as well as an HR girl. So, yeah. So it all started with MySpace way back in the day.
I do a bit of everything. I'm a renaissance woman.
That's right. With the economy changing as it is, we've got to be.
Absolutely. We have to stay on our toes.
My
Funny
gosh.
enough, I was doing interviews all day today and we were hiring for maintenance position. And the guy was talking about how he saw somebody install basically something for AI that will start doing their jobs. And he was like, HR is probably next. And I was like, well, thanks for that.
Tell you something that's weird that was talked about today.
Hmm.
In the nursing home world, you have to constantly fight Medicare and Medicaid and all insurance, by the way, because it all sucks. And they'll give you what's called a no payment thing, and you have to fight it with all this paperwork. They're sending it now like 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and we are all like, we have a time limit, for
Yeah.
like 24 hours from that, and nobody is working in the facility in the departments other than nurses at 1:30 in the
Yeah.
morning. So somebody's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, that's AI." So AI is now looking at your health records and saying yay or nay.
This is just scary. And to think about how many people are going to be out of a job. And basically, if you've ever seen that movie I Robot with Will Smith, I feel like that's what we're headed towards.
We
And it's
are.
sad and scary.
We need to shut it down. I'm so against AI for
Yeah,
every
I
reason
agree.
possible. I am against it.
Yeah.
Yeah, done with it.
It's too much. And like for HR, you still need that human empathy factor. Like it's human resources. How can a robot do that for you?
I know. Exactly. Yeah, so, college students are now I had to go to a meeting about what's in has to be included in each class. Each
Okay.
class has to have an AI touch point. So we have to have an assignment about
Mhm.
AI, and that could be like historical. How did it start? How do we manage it? Compare and contrast this AI with this AI or just random stuff. And I'm over here like, I hate AI. I don't think it belongs in the classroom at all. And if it comes down to it, I'll make them handwrite everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're the teacher, do it.
Yeah. Anywho, it's going to dumb America down. It's going to take all of our water and have air pollution. And by the
Gosh.
way, no art. It'll take away our art too.
Can't imagine a world with, like, without art, because one of my things is, like, when I go visit a new city, I like to find a mural that was, like, painted there. AI can't do that, and you won't feel the emotion that somebody who picked up a paintbrush was feeling when they made that masterpiece, and it's sad. We're losing so much realness in this world every day.
Yeah. We're going to come to a point where we're going to realize it's all gone and we've lost human connection and this whole thing will fall
Mhm.
and we'll have to correct it. Harmony, now we're going to have to tell people that we are breaking up our episodes into the news and then a movie.
Yes. So we're going to test this out here. And basically, we're going to drop one episode on Saturdays, which will kind of be your pop culture news recaps of the week. And then we're going to drop our deep dive for our movies on Wednesdays to give you a little something to watch during your week.
That sounds great. All right. Bye,
Yes.
everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Generational Yap podcast. We love having you here to talk culture, nostalgia, and to share our hot takes. Follow us on all the socials at The Generational Yap so you don't miss the conversations. As always, let's yap, y'all.